Alright guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Chris. I'm a graphic designer based in Melbourne, currently in the Netherlands, and I want to address a topic which I probably should have done a very long time ago. What the fuck is vector art? I get this question all the time because it sounds like some scientific term and people have absolutely no idea, but then they correlate it towards art and it just doesn't make sense. Well, I'm about to tell you exactly what it is, and it's super simple to understand actually. Vector art is essentially any artwork or logo or design that is created within a vector format or a vector software. Adobe Illustrator is a vector software. There's also a lot of other vector softwares out there. I'll put some icons down below. I don't know, maybe you might know them. And essentially what it means is that the algorithm which these softwares are built upon is created in a mathematical way or a mathematical formula so that when you increase or decrease the size of your artwork, lines, shapes, colors, it doesn't actually lose quality, okay? So if we jump into Illustrator right now, as you can see, I've illustrated this cute little elf. If I select the whole thing and then just decrease the size all the way down to this tiny little dot, I can zoom in and it looks exactly the same as it did before. I can do the same if I was to enlarge it to the entire size of this artboard. It's not gonna actually change quality whatsoever. The lines are still sharp, everything's exactly the same. Now this is because I'm working in Adobe Illustrator. However, if I was to copy this artwork and bring it over to Photoshop, for example, which is considered a raster-based program because it works with pixels or bitmap, if we zoom in now, you can actually start to see where the artwork turns into its smallest point, which is its pixel form. This is the main difference between raster and vector. Hence why we call artworks derived from vector softwares vector art. Now, why do we have a difference? Well, the reason is because us designers typically have to design artwork for large format prints or deliverables such as billboards. If I'm going to design something for a billboard, then I'm probably going to want to design it in vector initially, because if I want to blow it up later onto a billboard, for example, then I can. It's easily done. If I was to design something in Photoshop and then I wanted to blow it up later, well, it's just not going to work that way because, well, I've created it on a certain size artboard and the pixels are respective to what I've created. So that's why we design in Adobe Illustrator or vector art formats. Now, you don't necessarily have to create vector looking artworks in Illustrator to call it vector art, really. I think vector art kind of just comes from the style, that clean cut geometric look. You can do it in Photoshop, although, I mean, you're gonna piss off the small minority of people which know what vector art is and can kind of identify the difference. But at the end of the day, we're all exporting our artworks into PNGs, into JPEGs, and that's all raster based. So after I export this little elf dude, he's gonna be turned into pixels, which is technically considered raster. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can call your artwork whatever the fuck you want it, to be honest. I don't really care, but that's why we use the term vector art. I hope I answered your question within this short video. I think we can now just leave it in the past. Maybe I can refer some people to this video if they keep asking me the question. It's super simple. I hope I explained it really clearly. And yeah, that's it for today's video.